Hello, hello, hello. So, today we have a lot to do. So, what I've decided after a lot of consideration and careful consideration that I can't really keep the world like it is right now. It's not really all that great a world for a multitude of reasons. The first of which is just I don't have enough space. I really don't. Which is gotten to a major annoyance. Major annoyance. And yeah. Which have become a major annoyance. Now let me just quickly check one thing. Am I actually... Wait a second. That. And yeah, okay. You can definitely... And so, by the way, what I'm checking right now is that checking sound quality, but I shouldn't check that right here. I should check that there. Like that. I should check it like that. I want to click that thing. No. That thing. Sorry for that. So, but I think we're now... Yeah, we're now ready. Let's go. Let's get this party really started. So, what I want to do is really get my ore situation handled. It's not all that great. But what is great, I did do quite a bit of research. My inventory is a bit larger. I researched some more logistics slots, and that's a good thing. And yeah, let's get into it. Also, I did build one car and a building, a crawler, a building truck, construction vehicle, which is really cool. I have a roboport in there and 140 construction robots, which should speed up quite a lot of things. One of which is, well, destroying the production line I have right now. And so the goal is, what I've come to realize is that my base is far too... A lot of things in my base are far too much going to the wide width and not to the length, and I need a lot more space to get all of my production facilities and everything like that in there. So those are actually not really that big a problem. But what is a problem is that... Okay, what I really want to do is to do these lines I have here but start building it up there and in the lateral direction with enough space so that I can actually I don't really know how I want that. There are a few thoughts I have, one of which is, okay, let's abandon the idea of getting materials right here and get started with these ore patches I've put in here. The second thought is that I could start my lines and go in that direction. The thing is, I want a lot of space. The third idea could be that I'm actually so I have 4 lines that I really need for now. I don't need more than 4 different ore lines. For now that is. Later on I'm gonna need more. And I want that to be as modular as possible, because I can always put in more. Okay, actually, do I need rubite ore? Chunks. Let's just go to the chunks and let's look at what we actually need. So, iron, copper, silicon, nickel. I need all of them but nickel. Tovalite, iron, copper, aluminium, zinc. Okay, I would need that. Copper, iron, cobalt, and tin. Cobalt is useful. Tin is very much so. So tin, we have already 1 source of tin. Copper, okay. Rubite, lead, nickel, aluminium, and gold. Lead, nickel, aluminium, gold, and ammonium is tin, silicon, cobalt, and zinc. Okay, no, I'm actually going to look on my table or outputs. Okay. Iron, copper, silicon, nickel. Plate. So we need gold for obvious reasons. Gold is actually important because gold is then very important for gilded copper wire, which is the next large thing. Depleted uranium? No. Copper, obviously. Cobalt. What can I do with cobalt? Cobalt plate. Cobalt. Cobalt itself, I think, is for molten cobalt steel. Cobalt steel is Mark 5. Drill 3. Cobalt. Tier 3 repair pack is actually important for steam turbine, and cobalt is important. Cobalt steel. Cobalt I need, but I already have that in there. But not just not such the cobalt plates themselves. They seem utterly useless. Chrome. Chrome. There's probably chrome steel again. Titanium. Not that important till yet. So not for the iron, not for the chrome powder. No? Molten steel. Chrome powder. Molten titanium. Actually, it does not seem that important, which is nice. Because chrome I don't think I get yet in those. But it's also not as important as you have seen. Cobalt, chrome, aluminium. Aluminium, now that's a thing. For Mark 3 stuff for pumps, pump checks. So that's the next step, and module case, which is important. Radar, yeah. As you can see, aluminium, I'd say is important. I'd say it really is important. Yes, for steam turbine, we need aluminium. So aluminium is must-have. Copper must-have. Silicon must-have. Nickel, I'm not so sure about nickel. Piercing rounds, Roboport antenna 3 and 4. Let's make that a bit of lighter green, because it's not as important. Cobalt. What did I say about cobalt? I forgot. Cobalt. Oh, cobalt steel, right? Cobalt steel. So cobalt I need. Tin. Very obvious. Lead, yes. Nickel. Nickel. Not as important. I already thought about that. Aluminium. Super important to tech up. And gold is also super important. Tin is super important. Silicon is super important. But tin I also get here. Silicon I get with sapphirite. Cobalt I get with stereotype. And zinc. Zinc would be new. Do I get that anywhere else? But ammonium. No, I don't. So if we need zinc, that would be ridiculously important. Nickel, manganese, steel, zinc. Zinc. Silver zinc battery. Okay, yeah, obvious. Even if we only need it here, that is super important. That's super important for tech. Like, super important. And yeah, okay, so we need 4. Silver, actually. Silver. So, copper I have. Iron I have for somewhere else. Cobalt I'd have. Okay, silicon, zinc, cobalt and tin. So stereotype I would not actually need to... Would I not actually need to get? But I do need sapphirite, rubite, bobmonium and chivalite. So I want 4 ore processing farms, and I want to change it up a little bit in a few ways. First of all, I want it a bit more compact. The system I have now at place, I just waste so much space here and even more space right here. So I'm going to make longer lines and thinner ones, especially right in this step. So I'm going to put in 2 lines that are 5 long each, because I would only need 5. So where is that thing? Because I now need to destroy that, I think. Okay, I know I can make that system a lot more efficient, and I will do so. Okay, go slow. One thing that is a bit annoying, or not annoying, it's actually really useful in some spaces, in others not so much, is that that thing can destroy stuff like it's no one's business. Okay, so don't have a radar up there. I should. Let me quickly try to build a radar up there. I do have one in my inventory, right? Please say yes. Radar. Hey? I thought I had one in my inventory. Ah, yeah, I do. Ah, I don't have power. One thing I did research that I really like is that I did increase the speed at which I am mining things. No, I don't want you to destroy it. So, one thing that's not gonna be the same at all is my silicon processing. I don't need by far that much glass. It's really only useful for... okay, it's useful for many things, but I need a way better system. And okay, it's... what is glass useful for? Not that many things, actually. Now that I think about it, glass useful for 3 things. So those glass fibers are very useful for fiberglass parts. I think that's the only place. Okay, plastic par and glass, which is actually the easiest way to get at. So, but not the most efficient, as you can imagine. By the way, there's a very interesting thing, because that goes against intuition in this modpack, and that is, or at least I think it goes against intuition. If you have a better system for ore smeltery, right? The best way to get iron is with... okay, actually with iron, chivalite, and with sapphirite, rubite, and chivalite in the mix, and you also get manganese with that. Actually, it's the only way to get manganese. That's the only way to get manganese. And manganese is... how important is manganese? Because manganese or magnesium is very difficult. Okay, magnesium ore. We get it with steatite, cruthonium, and aurichalcite. Or magnesium ingot and titanium pellet. Okay, that is interesting. Or in saline water. Okay, that's actually not the only way. So saline water and water treatment 5. And a salination plant. Hey. Raw biorubber. Salt. So manganese. Magnesium. Treatment 4 and treatment 5. Okay. Yeah. That's actually gonna be the way I'm going to do that. Is that easy to do? No. Yeah. It's... okay, manganese ingot. That's one way. Aluminium, iron, magnesium plate, magnesium. Okay. Is there anything you need magnesium for? Only to make titanium. I think only to make titanium as a catalysator, which would mean that, and in that case it even seems to be a true. So magnesium ingot is molten. Magnesium ingot and titanium pellet. Magnesium ore, which then process into pellets, and the pellets then into ingot, and that ingot again in there. Or with molten iron to... Ah yeah, manganese is a thing. Manganese. There's manganese and magnesium. So that's 5 dimms and magnesium. What's the difference? Is there a difference? Okay. Magnesium ore. Okay, magnesium doesn't seem very useful, and manganese should be useful in weapon too. Okay. I don't see any use for those, which is kind of unusual, I'd say. I do think it's highly unusual that there's no use for so many of those ores. Now the important thing I want to destroy is actually up there. So I can redo the ore patches. I have already done a little bit of destroying right here. So that's a thing. That's a thing. Unfortunately, even with 100 robots, it's not automatic to destroy all that. But it does go significantly faster than with 10 robots I can have. Power armor 3. Modular armor. Power armor. With a 7x7 and a lot more equipment to make. And exoskeleton equipment, which is increases movement speed, which is also not something that I don't that I want to miss. I have some stack inserter 3 and they have 2. Or not? Yes. They should have 2. Stack inserter capacity bonus 2. Stack inserter capacity bonus 3. Oh, that's that one. 4. Express stack inserter and express stack filter inserter. They are ridiculously fast. Oh, titanium. I need before that. Oh yeah, titanium. And something else? express inserter. Okay. Express inserter? What have I not? Ah, okay. Titanium. And then you can finally do that. How weird. How very weird. That a research that only depends on 2 resource packs. Depends on one that needs 3. That seems... it's very weird. It's very... doesn't sound really all that well balanced. Is what it... in my opinion. And the cool thing is that thing has so much storage, which is very, very nice. Very, very nice. Radar 2. And the one thing I do need to prepare a bit more is, luckily I now have found the water pump jack, so it should be a lot easier now that I have found those. Once those 2 systems are gone, and I have decided on a new course, then we can truly start the madness. What would be best, I think, is that I have 4 items I need to have. Let me just quickly to remember: the sapphirite, the 2 popmonium, and rubite and chivalite. Right? I don't need cratinium, and I don't really need that thing. Which is fairly nice. Now, that is not nice. Okay, I do want to destroy all of this, all of that, for very good reason, I think at least. And that is that... no. And those chests are... I don't know. That should be okay. And all of that. Okay. Then I'm going to... while that thing is working... I'm gonna drive you a bit further. Yeah. So I can do more of that. So I can start to get that going. Okay, only to there. Right. There's that. Like I have already said, I truly do think I need to... shit, that's why I got no more ores in there. Okay. Something that happens very regularly. And let's go further up north. Those 7 lines. Now I want to connect those. That they are one huge homogeneous beast Belt beast. That is going to help, I think, to make some decisions that I'm going to need to make. And how much ores I have, because that will change a lot of things. Okay. Now, I am going to have to do some math on screen tonight. I know a lot of you might... Well, if you don't like math, it's actually kind of the wrong stream. I do know some of you might be fearful of the evil thing that is math, which is not. But it's necessary to achieve the best results. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we have a grand total of very many belts. Very useful number, right? Very many belts. It says all there is has to know about that. Very much so. Okay. Still, I have a lot of iron at my disposal up there, so that should definitely not be a problem. I have 700,000 iron. 700,000 iron, that's... well, tens of thousands of belt. Even if I have to make them, and that might take its time. 8, 9, and 10. And 7. That's all of the belts I have, which is quite a lot. So this is the basic system I have. I'm gonna... Trains would probably work better. Trains would definitely work better. That is a given. Because, well, how many belts do we have? With 3 right here. 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 7 and 8, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. So we have 45 belts at our disposal. 45. Now I do need a bit of coal extraction. I'm not sure how much. I don't actually think all that much. Yes, not a lot of things do take that, but not as many as you might think. So let's say the first belt is going to go start right here. We have a coal line right here. That should be enough for now. So definitely not necessary to remove that belt, but well, I wanted to. Okay. I think that is let me quickly think about it. So if I put that right here, then what happens then? Is that far enough away? That's really what is interesting to know. So we have nearly the whole length of that as belts at the end of it. Right, 45. And 45 times that length is also ridiculous. It's 45. That's 23 belts of stone. What am I gonna do with 23 belts per second of stone? 23 belts of stone. Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. Your guess is as good as mine. An item sink, an awesome sink like in says factory would be incredibly useful right about now. Incredibly useful. But we don't have that. We don't have one, so we can't wish for one either. The thing is, then again, even with better belts, we can. So if we just get a better belt. Okay, this stuff right in here in the middle happened because of I forgot one important thing. Look, a storage chest. A passive provider warehouse has a 512 storage slot. And okay, 512 storage size. And that has half as much more. So, and I didn't know that. So yeah, that's why that didn't work out so well. Okay. The first belt will go right here. Let's do something like that. It's not gonna work, help all that much if I do something like I did there. So if yes, I could win 2 more blocks in width, but that doesn't really matter in this case because where are the washing plants? There they are. With washing plants, as you can see, they are exactly 2 places taller. So if I keep them and all the piping as well, that does everything of that takes space. And space, it seems, is actually at the premium in this mod pack too. Well, everything is at the premium, you could say. I'm not going to need 2. I can 800 and so 1.5 times per second, and it takes approximately how long? Okay, that takes 4 seconds to 1 second crafting time. Oh yes. 1 second crafting time with a speed of 2. So half a second crafting time. It's half a second crafting time per 2. I fear that's One's not enough. So I do know I need 8 of those. That I have in my... I've actually remembered. I need per pelt of iron. So 30 per set. So one belt is 30 per second. I get 1 over 4.5. 1 over 4.5 the iron ore out of it. 1 over 4.5. Okay, no, that doesn't work either. Actually, it would. It could work. It could work. Let me think how I want that to look. First of all, I want that system to be as replicatable as possible and as small a footprint as possible, but also as modular. It really has to be modular. Okay, by the way, it's nighttime, if you have not noticed. I have night vision, which is, I think, I hope at least that's a nice thing for you, and for mutants too. For meats too. So, would I want to use any sort? No, I really don't. Okay. Okay, I could place 2 there and there. That's what I'm going to do. This is my system for that. Then I need stone to deliver the stone somewhere. But not in that way, not in that direction. In that direction there's a lot more things going on, and I don't think it is beneficial to get more items going to the right. So that is going to the left. By the way, I have also researched another very good thing in my opinion, which is electronic furnaces, which will help out in a few matters. Okay, an electronic furnace has the same speed as a steel furnace. I found that out because it's actually very significant. It's very significant. Okay. Let's keep a bit of space going. So that's the first belt. What I could actually do is so 75 items per second if I had the best belt. By the way, I just want that space to I don't want to open the tech tree. It's just with my Stumpy I fat finger a lot of things. I'm out of red belts. Okay, not too bad. Not too big an issue, not too big a deal. I have a few thousand more. And I only had like 1500 on me. And as I have already said, up there is a huge iron deposit. Same with there actually. There's still quite a lot of iron there. Not as much as I would have hoped. Okay. Of course that thing has to empty out that stone. Let's help that along. A little bit. Okay, actually not. Tomato, tomato. Okay, actually that was bad. Was not a good... okay. So, let's put it there. I have still power right here, which is nice. I do want a bit of radar coverage. Do I have belts in here? 295, not that many. Not many at all. Like at all. So, that's that. And luckily inventory space is not that much of a premium. Okay, then a robo port right here. I should already get a large number of those belts. Yes, look at that. 1,000. More than 1,000 belts already in my inventory. Isn't that nice? But I need more. Okay. Then let's stay here for a second to rid ourselves of a few items. Those things are so cool. And that, and that. Those. Oh. Let's get a few of the things. Okay, buffer warehouse is really not all that useful. That's a lot of the stuff I put away for obvious reasons, because I didn't need them at the moment. Okay, don't think I'm going to need anything of that. But like I've said, there is a lot of iron still there. Okay. Another good thing is that I did solve my... You know, last stream I still had not really updated, automated my crushed stone problem. I now have done a way better job of that with this, and slowly but surely we're actually using up that stone I had in there, which I think I didn't actually fear, and that's why I put in 3 of those storage warehouses, is that that's, yeah, not gonna be the case, and that would be a lot more difficult to deal with. Now, I don't really have a perfect design yet, and that's one of the other problems. I don't really have a very good design, so I want to have that at least 8 deep, the thing, 8 deep, and the wondrous thing, or a really good thing, okay, actually to be honest, that I can't use, that, okay, let's do a bit of blueprint deleting and blueprint. That blueprint I want to keep. That blueprint I'm going to keep. It's only those 2 that really have to go. Now I am going to use that blueprint. It's also a lot easier to be able to place blueprints like that. Okay, there's a lot of trees I still need to clear, which isn't that much of a problem. It's just kind of annoying. Okay, does that work? Yes, that should work. Okay. With 1 of those. And then I want with as little space as possible a second one of those. And again, with as little space as possible. Let me just make sure that there's nothing in the way of placing it. Ah yeah, I did a lot of clearing in that area already for preparation of this project. And 3, 4. Didn't I say 8? Okay, that would be 4 deep. 4 deep. And it would be fairly far away from the coal. I have a lot of space to get the coal out of here. So another one, that would be 5. Okay, let me quickly do a bit of head math. 4.5 per 4.5 belts. So to get 2 iron belts, I would need 9. 9. Let's make actually 9 deep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is fairly nice because it coincides with that. 9 times 40 is 360 of those, which I have half. I have a lot of those, so that's not an issue either. So I have 2 iron belts, 2 iron ore belts. 1 iron ore belt I'm gonna make into steel, the other I'm gonna make into iron. What a miracle. What a miracle. And yeah. So that is the foundation of my iron melting system. Well, foundation, it's a little bit more than that, I'd say. It's ridiculously large, that's what it is. But I'd say it's... Well, it's not really ridiculously large, it fits what we know we're going to need. So it fits more than anything. Okay. We've got a lot of coke there. And a lot of charcoal there. Okay, coke. No coke. Where did I get the idea of charcoal from? I don't know. Let's put down one of these things to get rid of a few of those blocks that I'm not going to need. Like all of these. So, how long is it going to take me to craft 180 of those? Quite a while, I'd wager. If I even can craft 180. No, I can't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's not actually all that bad. So, 9. That's 72 of those. 72 and 9 times 5 is 45. I'm just gonna give nice round numbers. 9 times 8 is 72, which is that plus that. Oh yeah. I forgot where the front of the truck is and where the back. Oopsie! Oopsie. Yeah. I don't have a driver's license. For all those. You cannot be mined while in it. Can it be repaired while in it? Doesn't seem like that. Wait a second. Now that can repair itself. if my atrocious driving again damages something. It's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. And even if I only repair the car, I fear it's gonna be necessary. Okay, in my defense it's really awkward to drive in most games for me. Really awkward. Also in that one too. Okay, let's stand. So, by the way, if you're interested how I'm powering that, I'm using solid fuel. Which is... yeah. It's gonna work. Ah, there are my robots. Or a few of them. Others are gonna... yeah. oh, no, I think these are all of them. Yes. Those are all of them. So... the only thing that which is kind of annoying with the truck is that it's fairly slow. It's really actually very slow. Just look at that, I'm faster walking than I am driving that vehicle. The thing is, the only reason why that's actually I'm actually that's grateful to have. The thing is, well, walking speed is driving speed affected. Doesn't seem to be the way. Case. Doesn't seem to be the case. Okay, so this setup is proven. It has proven itself to be... no, I don't. Okay, there's a change to... there's definitely a change I'm gonna have to make in that design. Do I? Not really have to. It would be useful, that is what it would be. And I think it's very obvious why, right? I can't drive with a car through that, and that's gonna... it's a hunking... it's a huge thing, right? It's a huge, huge structure. And I can barely... no, that there is a block between that. Okay, nice. It's still gonna be helpful, the truck is still gonna be helpful. So... oh, I had a few in there too, it seems. Yes, I had. Very, very nice. It's working out fairly well. Okay, there are a lot of 30 objects missing. Okay, now... not that. While that thing is working, let's design that stage. So, I want... that. Do I want that to be mirrored? I want to. Even if it's not necessary to mirror that, and it's not gonna make things easier, I do want that system to be mirrored. Right? For a very simple reason, and I it might not be a very smart reason either. So 1 with 30 items per second. And we are 8 times 2. That's 16. So I need more than... I need a bit more than... 1 should not be enough. As I have suspected that one of those would not be sufficient. Right, I did say that. So, and that's that. Okay, those are fast speed inserters. Shit. Filter inserters. I need filter inserters. Yes. Okay, that would work, but it's not really what I want and how I want that to look. Okay. Oh, I only need 5. No, it's fine, it's fine. I need 9 times 5. Everything's fine. I just... yeah. No idea where I got that idea from. Okay, 1, 2, and... 3. Now I want a okay, that thing's not done yet. Okay, but it will be very shortly. That. Okay, and then I think that's easier to do and faster than the other way. Can't reach again. Okay, I need you like that. So that is that. That space here is reserved for all the water. And actually, I am going to keep myself some space reserved. So that's 20, 30, right? Which is going to be necessary for all the clean water that's gonna go in there. And I'm changing this up slightly. Ever so slightly. Okay, piping. Now I should not put that in to my blueprint just yet for a very simple reason. Okay, so this is that. This is actually a one blueprint that I can use everywhere, not just on this either. Literally everywhere. Literally everywhere. Because I don't have anything that changes for... Okay, I could use the other as well, but it's going to take some adjusting. Because while this recipe produces blue geodes, others do not. Now, I don't need stir-tide refining, but I'm going to need to get back to the chunks. Chunks, okay. So, no, it's fine, it's fine. I don't want to preserve that other system. While it does work, it's not really how I would want to use it. It's way too far to the left, to the wide, and not enough to the length. What I'm talking about is the melting system that I already have, which unfortunately is not really all that... Yeah, it's... not happy with it. Not happy. So I need chivalite, right? Chivalite chunks for the aluminium. Okay. For the aluminium. And actually, with all of them, I'm going to change the recipe that I'm going to use. Now, interesting thing. What recipes do I still need? I do not. So, I can, with the help of... No. That's the easiest way to go. Right. Those 4. I'm working on the 3rd right now. I have everything I need, but maybe the belts and maybe the pipes. I don't think I have enough pipes and enough belts. So then I need 9 pipes of pure water. Pure water, there are a few recipes. Some are better, some are worse. Purified water. There is the saline, that water treatment, water purification. There is this thing, which does work. Saline water is actually useful in some cases. In that case, for example, hydrogen is actually also very useful. Very, very useful. And I'm going to need that. So it's probably not a bad idea to go with that. Okay, sulfuric saline water, no. Barrels, biofuel, biorubber. And sodium sodium chloride. Sodium chloride. Salt. Sodium chloride can't... What's that? Okay, sodium hydroxide. That's a difference. Sodium chloride is basically salt. Or it is salt. What is called in mundane language salt. Because salt in chemic talk and chemistry is every bonding between the metal and the non-metal. So sodium hydroxide is also a salt. That's very important to think about. Okay, do I want to save that thing? No, I really don't. I have the numbers somewhere. And if not, I'm gonna calculate them again. It's not like that's really all that interesting. There's a lot of slag in there. So slag processing is another thing I need to make and not have that. So with slag, right? So that's obviously huge thing. Slag slurry. What is slag slurry? How do you make slag slurry? Slag and that. Mineral sludge. Okay, that would be a way to get rid of that. Same with mineralized water, right? So crushed stone, which you can make with that obviously also. Okay, you need it for concrete. And for crushed stone, you can make slag, and also you can make slag slurry with that again. And you can make mineralized water with that. Mineralized water, if you have water. Now, mineralized water has the same effect as that if you... No, mineralized water is bullshit. Mineralized water is very useless. But there is a silver lining here. you could. Okay, mineralized water. 10 stone. Liquefy. You need a liquefy, which uses up a lot of power. So there's always pros and cons to everything you build, right? I think that is fairly obvious to everyone. Also, we then have a lot of space. To the south. Where do we have a lot of space for power? A lot of power we can have right here. Not really. Right, oil. I have started... Okay, a lot of power production in that direction, but not very... No, actually, yes. That is where I want that. What is that? Oh, that's Fisher. That's the Fisher. It's complicated. It's very... It's going to be a very large build. But like I have said, I have a lot of iron in my inventory. Or there too. Okay. That should be better. Okay, I definitely going to have to get more resources. That's unfortunately most likely going to be the case. Okay. I need more splitters and 10, that's 50. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, yes. It's definitely not the best way to do that. It's definitely not the best way to do that. The thing is, I want to get all of that set up, and then we can look more into it. This is the liquefier. Yeah, okay, don't need those yet. Right now. Now, I do need carbon, oxygen, and... Yeah, that's it. Carbon and oxygen. Carbon dioxide, not carbon monoxide, oxygen, and coke. I need. Those are 3 systems that I need. Okay. No. So, I can drive with that thing around it, and the things in the middle I'm just gonna have to do by hand. Or with the small amount of robots I have at my disposal. Which means, yeah, it's just a little bit faster than by hand. Okay, it's mining is a lot faster, placing is not so much faster. Okay. I need to go down there. Do I have gears on me? No, I don't. Why should I have gears on me? That would be way too freaking smart. Okay. So, I do want more of those. Is there... So, the construction vehicle. Is there a construction vehicle? Okay. With motors. Vehicle driven. Overdrive motor. Not really that. Vehicle Robopod Module 2s. Which is in there. Okay. Vehicle Robopod equipment. Now there's a difference. Not everything can go in everything. Right? Can that, for example? Yes. Output 500 kilowatts. 500 kilowatts. Really? Only? Okay, that's an MK1. There we have an MK6. That's far better. 4 point. That's still not ridiculously great. Fusion cell 1.2. Solar panel 500 kilowatt. But it's small. It's very small. Ooh. If I had enemies, I would love to have such a weapon. Or, yeah. If I had enemies on, I would love to have such a weapon at my disposal. That sounds great. Okay. Actually, I had enough of those. Funnily enough. do need a few more flotation cells and stuff like that. Right, and now those are 4 belts. I do need to change up the systems for my secondary output. That yes. And then I need to do connecting all of that. And the water, how much water we're going to need is going to be absolutely ridiculous. So I need 40 times 100. So that those things are speed 1. No, 0.75. How is that even fast enough? 0.75. Okay, 2 seconds, yes. 2 point... I did the calculation using Excel and I know I didn't make a mistake. Because the numbers just add up. Oh no. Okay, the numbers do add up in there. Did I turn on media keys again? Yes. Which is nice. So. Yay! Those things came back. Okay. It's quite unfortunate that... Okay, I do need to... I don't have any underground belts left, right? Or it seems that way. I do. Ah, but those are not in the car. Huge distinction. Huge distinction. And put a few of that. So, yes, I definitely want all that in there. And yes, it probably would be smarter doing that by hand to save more fuel, but well, it's not really. I never realized that there's that much space in there. So I wanted to see that it's like that large, or I thought to see, and no, it's a lot larger. It's a huge thing, a huge inventory. Okay. That is all we can place with right here. Okay. I'm going to speed that up. Look, that's a lot faster. What a silly idea. To not do that by hand. What a silly idea. Truly silly. So. Okay, let me turn up that sound a bit. Okay, settings, sound, music, master, game effects, GUI, walking sound, alerts, wind. No. Discharge changes. Okay, that's then dealt with. Not really, nearly. By the way, now I have the fastest crafting that is available to me. So, fastest, not the fastest crafting, but the fastest mining that is available to me right now. By the way, that's going to be, so, 1 belt, 1.2 belts of iron. No, 2.4 belts of iron. That's 60 times 12, 60 plus 12. 60 plus 12. So 60 plus 12 iron per second available to me, which isn't that bad, I'd say. Yeah, it's not that bad. Okay. those robots do take up quite a lot of power, but it should work fairly well in that thing. What playlist am I playing? Chiptune. It's a bit boring today. So I'm gonna change to the upbeat station. Now let's quickly... No, not stream. Ah! No, thank you. That was really not what I want to do. No. Where is my YouTube? There. There. Now let's quickly look at Pretzel the Beta player. Pretzel rocks. No. Beta.pretzel.rocks. Stations. Because I have not looked at the catalog. 1209. Okay, now. And Pretzel roadmap. Public roadmap on Trello. So let's quickly look at that. There's my slopes. Let's look at Pretzel. If that they put something out. Why there's such a delay. Okay. They say it's better, the catalog is not gotten any bigger. So if you can see, the entire Pretzel catalog is still 12,509. So I need to go down there and get myself a metric fuck ton of more resources. I just need to. Some more steel will be an issue. Steel will not so much. Steel is not really the resource we need all that desperately. Really not that well, steel is not the problem resource. Okay. Let's drive down there, get more belts, get more everything. Belt tier 1s. So I'm gonna load up my truck. And that's the cool thing about the thing. You can just drive through the forest. And yes, that's trees and everything. That's what we can't use. Which is a... it's not a problem. It's a space thing again. You know, trees in this map modpack are a regenerable and very important resource. All... yes, all. No, okay, no. Not all. Nearly. Let me quickly check that. No, nearly all of the thing is needed. And okay, how far can I get into the base? No further really than that. Okay. Okay. Put some stuff we don't need. Okay, that doesn't really matter. We don't need to get that. Taken away But I do need a lot of iron. That's one thing. Okay. A lot of iron plates. A lot of gear wheels. Is it gonna be enough? Is it gonna be enough? Yeah, maybe. Hopefully. Then those. And oh. Oh. I can change that. I can change that that's working all the time, and I should. So, I need a requested chest. And then request 2,000 of these. I don't have enough wood production. I really don't have enough wood production. You would have to copy that over a lot of times. 3 to 4 times to really get my wood shortage somewhat sorted. But that should now be working, or that is now working again, which is definitely a thing that's super important. Okay, that I really don't need. Yeah, okay. So a few more iron. Okay, iron plates I really don't need to take with me. What I do need to take with me is all the steel I can get my hands on. How much? Okay, that's nearly done. That's also somewhat close to being done. A few inserters, because then I can upgrade them more easily. And that's cheaper. Okay. A lot cheaper. Okay, and then those, because those that's super fast. It's really not an issue. And okay, then transport belts, pipes. I have pipes. I have pipe to grounds. I have iron and that aplenty. I have stone aplenty. Ah no, I don't have stone aplenty. I don't actually. Normal stone. Am I going to need that much? No, I don't think so. I really don't. Because... So crystallizer and filtration unit. That would be tier... Ah no, no it wouldn't. It would not. It's leaching plant and that. Ooh. Oh. Oh. So I couldn't even do that if I wanted to. I couldn't even do that if I wanted to. Good to know, good to know. So don't make myself false hopes that I can already do that. Okay, do I need that much steel? Not really. Yeah. Yeah. We're good, we're good. Nearly good. We should be somewhat good. And again, mixed up the front and the back. We have everything we need. Okay, I do need 2, 3, 4, and that's at least 2 of those. So, how many underground belts can I craft with that? I do hope a lot. I do need quite a few. Oh, okay. 200, so... Yep. Very, very well. That. Okay. Yep, that seems to be a good number. That's a very good number. And quick autosave. another lucky thing is that we're gonna run out of normal fuel way earlier than we're gonna run out of fuel in the other systems, which is definitely nice. So that is that. Okay. Okay, that works fairly well. So it does work very, very well. And just the ludicrous amount of how much ore I'm refining right now should give you an insight how difficult and demanding this pack will be. I do think, so I have 45, which is 5 times that. So 18 belts of iron. 18 belts of iron. Okay, 10 belts of iron ore I get out of that, which is, yeah, that's a good amount. That's a very good amount. A very good amount. Which I very much like. I very much like it. The only problem is that I don't have enough loading station. I can only load 4 vehicles, 4 robots at a time, and those robots, they should load, charge very, very quickly, but it still takes time, right? It's charger ports. I do need charger ports and everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load that iron onto belts then, which I think is the smartest thing to do. Yeah, it's a huge project. Okay, the biggest problem. Okay, no, actually, I have a few steel gears, 1,000 or so. So, and steel gears and steel pipes will take a lot of that. Okay. So, water. Water is gonna be very much, maybe not an issue, but a consideration. Very much a consideration. Very, very much so. It's not gonna be easy to get all the water there. Very much not so. Okay, I'm a bit too far to the north. It's actually, we get more done than I had feared. It's only this stripe that will not get done. Yeah. It's not that much. Okay, what are we missing? Okay. There. Oh yeah, I don't need any of those for that, which is actually, now that I think about it, very, very, very nice. 8. Okay. And a few more of those. What am I missing? Some filter inserters. And then it's gonna go by in a breeze. How quickly we're gonna craft it. Okay, and power poles. Now that takes steel. Those take steel and iron. They are fairly expensive, but it should not be that big of an issue. I hope. I really do hope it's not a make or break thing. By the way, if interested what song there is on YouTube, well, on Twitch in chat it gets announced which song is playing at the moment. So if you're interested in that, check that out on twitch.tv/thediamondminer. Yeah, bit of shameless self-promotion. Okay. I do have quite a few. Okay. That is working nice. And then I'm gonna fill in that. Unfortunately, like I have said, that's one thing that's a bit of a weak point in my design, I should say, and that is that I cannot... I haven't played Satisfactory Yamaha, so I really don't know. For me, Factorio is better because I have only one arm, and so control is easier, and so... but I haven't played it. But I've heard that a lot of movement in Satisfactory is really difficult for me to do. But I've seen some YouTube content on Satisfactory, and it does sound like a very good game. There's also modder content out there, so you can change a few things. But in the end, I think it's a matter of taste. But I do think both are good games. But like I said, I have not played Satisfactory and only played let me just quickly look. I've never really used the YouTube thing. Chat. But yeah. I've never played Satisfactory and probably will never. I have so many games I have on Steam that I have not played, and I just don't think it's worth it to buy another game that I then again won't play because I already have so many. Not really that good a thing. Okay. Okay, that was the wrong button. That was actually the wrong button. A misclick. So that's that. Okay, iron I have, as I have probably said a lot. I have a lot of iron. The unfortunate thing is I have not really started to get into automating stuff. I really did not have enough items with that thing where 2 belts is 5 iron. So 1 pelt 2.5 iron. Well, you're not gonna get all that far with only that much. Okay. 70 46 14 70 objects are missing. What are those? Only those belts, it seems. Only this belt, it seems. Or, I'm also missing electric poles. That might also be the case. 29. Ah! Oh. Construction robots, missing construction robots. That's the difference. That's a huge difference. By the way, the space, like I've said already, is to get water into the system. So need clear water and clean water. Or purified water? Purified water, 50. 50 over 2.66. So, which is a not that nice number. 50. Oh, let me quickly look at my table. Ah, shit. Why are you there? I want you on that screen. And I had you on that screen. Idiot. So I have a processing spreadsheet. So on a belt 2, a tier 2 flotation cell 30. 30 flotation cell, that's 15. Yeah, okay. I have 30. It's a lot easier to manage out how much water needed. I need 50 water per 2 of the sapphire chunks that I want to craft. And that means if I have 30 sapphire chunks per minute, and I need 50 per second, of course, and I need 50 per 2. That means I need 1500 purified water per second, which is a lot. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, I couldn't craft that many. I could not craft that many, unfortunately. Okay, what resources am I missing actually, so that I can get them? That's one of the resources I actually forgot to take with me. But as you can see, it is a huge project. By the way, so we do this whole thing plus another similar to what I built here, just twice the size, is to make 2.4 iron belts, 1.2 copper belts, 1.2 nickel plate belts, and yeah, okay, I don't know the numbers for silicon. Silicon, if you don't know, is very important in this pack, because if you look at the circuits, silicon is used for basic electronic circuits, for the transistors, silicon wafers, which is, you don't really need that many, right? And so that's the first part where you need it. Then you need it for electronic circuit ports. You need it for integrated electronics, with all of that, which is once you have, which as you might remember, very similar to that. Just a bit more. You need more stuff. But the interesting thing is, which is very lucky, and then you have the electronic processing boards, which is basically that's a fully fledged motherboard where you need CPUs. With the CPUs, yeah, is that recipe. Now, where was I? Flotation cells. Oh, steel pipe. Steel pipe, yes. Nice. Okay, how much steel pipe can I make? How many can I make now? Oh yeah, so steel was another thing that was getting low, but the thing I was missing were those clay bricks, which I have more than enough of. More than enough of. That's also how you can see that. Okay, that's tier 3 processing, and that would be tier 4, and that would be tier 5. You need electronic logic boards, which then, okay, that's not cheap anymore. That's not cheap anymore at all. And another thing which is very interesting, so you might think, okay, if I go to a higher tier of ore processing, I'm definitely gonna get more iron, right? You would think that. But it's not that case in this pack. You get 1/3 iron ore with that recipe. And with this one, you only get 1/4.5, which is a decrease by 33%. But obviously you get different ores. You get nickel and silicon, which in that case would actually not be that great. Nickel, okay, there was a reason why I chose to do that, beyond just sentimentality. Definitely, there was a reason why I chose to do that. I don't have any robots on me, which... 20... Okay, I do have robots on me. Why aren't you doing anything? Okay, I've got some straggler robots somewhere. But where? Oh, there. All the way down there. Which is a problem for a very simple reason that I don't have that many robot slots available to me. Now comes the time to do a bit of manual building. I'd say so, like you have probably realized by now, calculating ratios and all that is very important in this mod pack. So if you are very reluctant to do any math, it's probably, so Bob's Mods and Angels is probably not the way to go. Also have mad clowns in there, which doesn't make it all that easier. But there is one silver lining, I'd say you could call it. And that is that thing. They they fly nearly as fast as other construction robots. And 500. It carries 500 items per trip, which is, as you might know, a ridiculous amount, a ridiculously large amount. And like I said, the speed isn't too bad. It's not, okay, it's twice, so normal robots are twice as fast, but that gets offset with the carrying capacity, which is twice as large. Now, it's not an apples to apples comparison, unfortunately. So it's not that the others carry exactly that many more items. It's there is a huge disadvantage, and that if those always carry 1 or 2 items, well, they're ridiculously slow. But if you're able, and if you're lucky enough, because the robot AI isn't really all that great, as you also might know, for various reasons. Now, one reason obviously is that path finding, the mathematical topic of path finding, is very, very complicated. It's a ridiculously difficult problem. The second reason, which is, I think, the one that matters most, because I think there are some better ways. I haven't found it. I have not found it, but I think there might be some better ways. Now, if you have thousands of jobs, sorting them every time, awful. So sorting a list with according to lowest would not be possible. But I guess the best fix, I'd say, or the best not fix, the best solution to the problem. Not really a solution, but the best solution I came up with is that oftentimes robots don't carry the full amount with them, right? And it doesn't matter. So what would be a possible solution to increase the efficiency of robots would be to say, okay, only do jobs that fill up your inventory, right? So that smart chest, if robots carry 5 items and there is 1 item missing, then okay, either you're gonna send a job for 5 items, or you're just not gonna send a job at all, which I would prefer the second, to be honest, for the simple reason that then there's less jobs in the system, and yeah, it's not gonna do a job that's not required yet. And yes, you would have to deal with it with planning. Oh, yes, finally. Finally, my construction robots get there. After a long wait. Yeah. Not what I want to see. But not really a surprise either. Let's be honest. Okay, what am I missing? I need a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Why are you... Okay, that's probably in that area. Or there. I don't have any of those. Underground belts. I'm gonna need a few of those. Again, I'm not going to craft any of those. Just makes no sense whatsoever to craft iron gears if I still have a few thousand in there. Literally a few thousand. And yes, I know I should automate all of that, but I'm not that far off anymore. I really am not that far off anymore. And then later on I just need to craft a metric ton of those, and then That's done. Okay, I also am going to need more of these. 6, 7, 8,000 or so. Put a few more of those in. And get that done. So iron by far is the resource you need most. By far. By the way, this time I'm going to change how my system is looking by quite a bit. So, and yes, that thing with all those underground belts, not necessary. But I do think it's a worthwhile endeavor to do that. Okay, we're not that far off anymore. I need more of those filtration units. What am I missing again? What am I missing? Steel. Because I need steel plates plus steel pipe. Now steel is a major issue. Steel is a major issue. Okay, let's craft one. It's not gonna be enough. That's not gonna be sufficient. No. Never and ever is that going to be sufficient. Shit. Have I destroyed anything of importance? No. Or actually displaced would be better term. But it is break time. It's been 2 hours. I've been live and yeah, break is very important. As you might know, be right back in about 5 minutes. So, sorry for that. It took me a bit longer to get back. Yamaha, thank you for the subscription on YouTube. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Also the like on the stream. I'm not really used to streaming on YouTube and don't know the user interface all that well, and alerts and anything else isn't set up right now. So again, thank you for the follow and the like in the video stream. And okay, so how is that situation looking? Not that bad actually, not that bad. How does that look? Okay, I do want a radar system there very soon. Now the pressing issue is steel again. It's not really that big a problem once that is done, and once I have put down the sorting ore facility, I can really get to steel production, which will definitely be nice once I have that. So another system that I'm going to have to rebuild, because it actually don't really have to rebuild that. I don't have a radar system there, but there, and actually it's not really that large a system, so I need carbon monoxide, oxygen, and coke. The last one really not that big an issue. I already have a blueprint prepared. This small thing is all I need to make the coke. That system is one belt. Actually, I probably should... No, that works actually. That works very well. And yeah, it's not that far off. Okay, that's gonna be a bit of an issue, the steel. But it's not that far off. I just need to then build... You can't see that, but the grinding setup 4 more times. And okay, no, it's gonna take a bit of time. Let me quickly look into that. Okay, so these don't need steel. These need 24 steel. I thought it would be worse. I'm still gonna use the Hydroplant's MK2, the 1.5 times faster, and the water purification. Saline water, no. Where do we have that? Mineralized water purification is that. So we produce 150 water per second in one water purification thing. The thing you must not forget is that fluoric waste water purification gives back 70% of the water, which is a nice thing. Very nice thing. The thing is, there's a lot of fluoride that... No, sulfuric. We get sulfuric wastewater, that's also... we get a lot of sulfur with that, and we need to store that, which is not trivial. Definitely not trivial. Okay, let's make those. It's not that easy to cancel that. And the next line. So I am trying to make 4 such systems in the next few hours, maybe days, depends on how well that's gonna go, is to have such a system for 4 different, okay, probably not as large a system in the beginning at least, but I want 4 such systems in the end. One for Saphirite. Now, Stereotype, one could say, is the next ore, but I don't think I need that. Yes, copper is one important resource, but in this pack, not as much. Not as much. Iron, you definitely need a lot, and then you just need the other resources. One idea, one thing I could do is I do get a belt of, let me quickly check again, 1 belt of silicon ore and 1 belt of nickel ore out of that. And with that, well, it's gonna help out quite a lot. And then the rest of them, I could just make pure iron. Maybe even just smelt the crushed sapphirite. That would theoretically work. Or I could just sort them and then have 2 things. So I get iron and... okay, there is a way to get iron ore, a very an advanced-ish way. So crushed... no, crushed ferrous ore. No, that's not the way to go. That's not the way to go. That's not the way to go. Ah, yes, you get a bit more iron, not substantially. Not substantially. Protinium, purified, phosphorite, ferrous or powder? Ah, no. A little bit better. A little bit better. Not that much. Not that much better. Not that much better. No, it's not worth the effort to do that step, I think. Okay, actually it is, but for a totally different reason. Because manganese. Okay, no. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Ferrous dust. Sodium sulfate. Okay, I would have to calculate it. So 4 to 9. 9 is 1 to 1. No, nah, it's very complicated path, a very complicated path that I'm not sure is worth it. Really? Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. Fairly certain it's not worth it, actually. Okay. Now the problem is I don't have that much steel. I really don't. That's actually a problem. Okay. I need to stop production of those 2 things. I don't have enough steel as it is, and more won't come in for some time. Ah, okay, 2-5. It's not great, it's not great, it's not great. 8, that's 40 more. That's 40 more. Okay. Let's put that and that I don't. Okay. Steel gears. No, that should work out fairly well. That should work out fairly well. Yes, I know there's some trees that don't get cut down because they don't have any robots. By the way, I figured that placing stone bricks by hand is still and is gonna always be the fastest way to go about it. Yeah, I only need 14 steel, that's not really that bad. So I have underground belts, I don't have any splitters, don't think I'm going to need that many. Okay, I have splitters right in there, so it's not that big a deal. And I do need... okay, I don't need them right now. I don't... okay, I do definitely... I'm definitely going to need more of these. Now, so 1500. 1500 over 10, that's 150 times 7. Oh no. Yeah? No, times 3. 1500, 450. So I need 3 new one of those per. And I need 10. So I need 3 plus 10, 13. Right? 13. 13, that sounds... yeah, that sounds good. Uh-huh. Because we lose 30%. We need 10 to sort the 15 out. To 1500. So we need 13 per. 13 times 9. That is a huge number. It definitely is. No, I have all of them with me, so that's not a problem. So 13 times 9 is 90 plus 27, 117. 117. That's 450 times 9. Water. So we have enough water pumping jacks. And okay. But something I'm still missing. Pipes. So get all those pipes in there. And yes. Underground belts again. Yeah, there's so many in that build, right? There's 3 per 1. Okay, 3 per 2. That's 20 times 3, 60, 540 times 2. 540 times 2. Underground belts. Okay, I have 200 left, so that should be fine. But it's better if I have them than not have them. And how many? 52. Okay, I do need more of these as well. So what is gonna run out first? Okay, nothing. It's fine. It's very much fine. I should have started saving up the those things as well, inserters, because I am already building them. They are, as you might know, in that as a part of the recipe. That's also why I have so many of these basic circuit boards, which I don't really need all that often anymore. Or no, not really. Right? For what do I still need them? I need them for that, where I just in general don't need that many of, and that's probably it. Yeah, that's it. That's the only thing where I still need those. And no, I don't need those there. I don't need them there. Yeah, that's the only part in this whole thing where I need them. Okay, are there still things missing? There are some. Yep, there's some things still missing. Not that many. Not that many at all. But one or two. Okay. Unfortunately, you only can see them on the map. Okay, there and there. Two places where I'm still missing stuff. Okay, no, there's more. Okay, it's gonna be easier to find out what's still missing once. Okay. Is it? Yes. Nice. And then there is one more space where I'm missing stuff, and that's right here. And that's right here. Then next part, because that part is the easier one to manage. Put that in the book right here. And then I need one right here. That is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. I need to put those here, those there. Flotation cell I'm gonna put in here. That does look so nice. And those. And there Oh, shit. I don't like that. I just realized I made a mistake there. Which is gonna be in the blueprint now. Okay, new blueprint. From right here to there. And we're gonna save that, put that here. Okay, there. This one we are missing. Let's delete that. And now we can build that thing as often as I'm going to need to. Okay. 2, 3. I have 3 already, so just 3 more. Fast inserters. And filter inserters. Filter inserters 32 are missing. Can that be right? No. Where? Oh, no, bullshit. 90. 29 items are missing. Construction robots. That's what that means. And of course I can only use 100 of those robots right now, at the moment. At one given time. Let's quickly get them to charge, and while we're there, okay. Put down these templates, at least the first two. The third one I can't build right now. I don't have any radars built in that. Okay, I have a radar built up there, but that one radar doesn't have power for some weird reason. Very understandably, of course, that is. Grid. Okay, yeah, that seems to be the fuel level for all of them. Now, okay, so it's actually working a lot better than last time I built that. I'm missing inserters again. This time fast inserters? Okay. Yeah. Yes, that seems to work really well. 20 more. By the way, those transport belts, those normal transport belts, even if you have all other, if you're using higher level transport belts, those are very important, because if you didn't know, so basically if you don't play the game, to make fast transport belts, so the red transport belt that I'm using right now for everything, you do need the yellow ones, and you need to upgrade them with a ton of gears. A ton. 5 per. And that's also why that's so expensive. And the other thing is you still need normal transport, not only the normal transport belts, but also the underground belts and also the splitters. That's an upgrade path, which can be a little bit annoying. Okay, that seems to be done. It's done. Nice. And that should be enough space for my belts. Later on I could combine them and use a tier 4 belt, because 2 tier 2 belt is 1 tier 4 belt. But first I need to clean out that space a little bit. Whoopsie. So I do need to clean that space up a little bit. That seems to be all there was to do. Okay, yeah, That seems to be all there was to do for now. For now, at least. I do want to clean a bit more of the space down here. There are obviously multiple ways how you can clean out yeah, now it's working again. Doesn't that look pretty cool? 100 construction robots, Mark II. Unfortunately not a better kind, so in this mod pack that's also something that's very interesting. There's 3 types of robots. 3 robot. So we have the construction robot that everyone... Okay, more types actually. So we have the normal types of robots. Those. Then we have Bob's mods robots. Those are so good. Those are really good. But that's also super fucking expensive. That's 1 portable fusion reactor. And of those, you need, yeah, 1 pair. They're really expensive. The very cool thing about that and why they're worth it is they don't need robo stations to work to power them, right? Robotic flamethrower attack throne. Ooh. Plasma turret. Combat turret. Large robotic frame. Okay, that's tier 1, right? Ah, robotic plasma track drones. Attack drones. Oh, they look so cool. Vehicle roboport controller. Robo port. There are a few roboports. So vehicle roboports, but they don't seem to want to go into the construction vehicle. Or let me just quickly check. Okay. What is the vehicle construction roboport? Okay, that's production. That's logistics. How much we have? With 290,000 stone, 10,000 stone, iron pipes, and a lot of things. 8,000 iron gear wheels. So yeah, production is fairly quick, all things considered. It's awesome. It's so awesome, this mod pack. Super complicated, but that's exactly what I want. That's exactly what I want. By the way, music is by pretzel.rocks. If you're interested, if you're a streamer and want to use music, DMCA free music, Pretzel is definitely the way to go. There's also a YouTube safe mode, at least in the release version, not in the beta version. But it's a really nice thing that Pretzel did there with the player. Now, okay, another thing. Okay, so where was I with my train of thought? Sorry, I completely lost it. Oh yeah, I was looking at the roboports. Ah, that's the one. So that's the only roboport that can be placed in those, which is very, very unfortunate. Those are really good. 8 times 4. Nice, 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 nice. Very, very nice. But I'd hope that you can robo charge pad. Charge pads are really good. Vehicle robot. Roboport robot control. No? Vehicle roboport MK4. That would be the nice thing. Because that one is really good. Right, yeah, 60 per 60, and that's 60 per 60. So in some points it's better, in some it's worse. That's very often the case in this. If you play with multiple mods, there's oftentimes not one thing that's best at everything. Okay, besides besides fusion robots. Okay, they do have a very large disadvantage. They're expensive. That's undoubtedly a disadvantage of those things. Okay. So, let's get to the next thing I need to do. There's still a few systems I have to make before I can start to use it. No, right now it's mostly still useless. Okay, I need all of that. I need all of that. And then I need to plan. I need to have a plan. Okay, so what I am going to do, like I have already mentioned quite often, I'd say. Okay, that's far enough. That's definitely far enough. Probably a bit too far, actually. It's not. No. It's far enough, and there's probably not gonna be that many situations where it's okay. It's really too much. So I can combine those belts easily like that. For a simple reason, okay, on this side, they're only gonna go. We're gonna pop out on the top half, and on the other one on the bottom half. And actually, I'm going to do this because underground pipes can span that far without any issues. And then I need a splitter. I have all of them in there, I think. Yes. So I need, just let me check. I need 5 tier 2 sorters. 5 tier 2 sorters. Okay. Last time it didn't do that well because it wasn't really that modular. I always had 2 different ores with one another, which is not how I want that to go. I really don't. Because it's gonna make combining those way simpler, and it's also gonna make it way simpler to do the melting and everything concerning with that. So yeah, gonna do that. So I need, okay, 30. That's nope. That's not how that's gonna go. That's okay. Actually, yes, that is what I want. But for not the reason I thought it was. That's not a merger. That's a 2-belt load balancer. Right? 2-belt load balancer. I think everyone knows how that works. 4-belt load balancer is also not really all that difficult, but I would have to check again. Right? I don't know the design by head. Let me think. Let me quickly think. Oh yeah, I do. 4x4? I think I do. Let me... I just want to... check. No. No, that's not it. I would have to check all those again. I forgot how they work. So I did look them up, but I never used them so much as to learn them by heart. Is that okay? Yes, it is. It definitely is. 1, 2, 3, 4, and no, it's not. It's not you. Full. It's not. It's definitely not. Why? Because in those things you get an extra output, which I also have to deal with. So that's one thing that's very... that's one of the core mechanics of this modpack, that if you do ore processing, there's a lot of side products you have to deal with. The first one... okay, in this thing there is 4. You need... okay, one of them no, I don't have them at me, but it's not that bad. So the first one is... okay, how am I going to do the piping? 2? The belts. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I want basically 4 belts of ores where they get merged in. I have 7 space. Okay, for this one it's not as much a problem. It's gonna be a problem once I reach the final stage. Only then is it gonna be a problem. Okay, not a problem, it's gonna be a intricate mess of belts. For now, it's fairly simple. I'm gonna place a belt every other block. That is by far the simplest solution for that problem right now. Okay, not a problem for that. The simplest solution. And but it's not gonna come cheap. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just to make sure I don't count incorrectly. I am going to do it like that. Yes. Yes, that works. That works. And then like that. And so I have to be careful that I don't make a mistake. I don't want to... It could be disastrous if that doesn't work well. Okay, not disastrous, but it could be very much annoying if that doesn't work like I want it to. Right, that's that. And now I'm going to need underground belts. And basically I'm doing what you would normally do, or using a similar system. Hi Yama, welcome back. How are you doing? Basically I'm using a very similar system to what you would do using underground belts and a refinery in a more vanilla setting. Okay, those are the 4. Now the next problem, okay, not problem, the next thing you have to consider is either you have 8 belts in the middle. No, that doesn't matter, that really doesn't matter. Okay, no. Does it matter? Yes, I can save space and belt if I do this next part cleverly. Okay, and I'm going to connect it so that that the longest one is in the front and the shortest one is in the back, because that's gonna mesh. Oh, and Yama, thank you on the Twitch follow as well. That alert isn't... yeah, alert box broken again. Why is it not? When is it not? Okay. Okay, if I do that... yeah, okay. That doesn't really matter. So, let me quickly... Okay, I have done that like... I'm gonna do it like that. Okay. Only to where I need to connect that. Okay, the first one... shit, no. Wrong way around, wrong way around. Okay, let's quickly change something, because then I can just automate it. Which is... hell yes, I want to automate it. Automate the placement of that fun. So that's that and that. Exactly. Then I won't need those. Okay, that's how that's gonna look like. Quickly make one blueprint. Okay, no. That's not the one where I want to make the blueprint. For very obvious reasons. That's not gonna work. But right here. Okay. Yeah, there's a paste. Ah, okay, interesting. I'm not sure how that works, but well, that works well too. So I change it. Okay, how far can that stretch? Because I'm also going to use that to that's the whole thing. And now I should just connect that. Okay. Very easily. No. Okay. You can go, and I need you one time. Like that. Okay. Then let's do the connections, which there are gonna be quite a lot of. 3. Yeah, that is sufficient. And then it's gonna come the more annoying part. Actually, it's better than with the other system, because now I only have to change one small detail and not the whole system. On the inverters, I just have to in the filter inserters. Okay, there would be another possibility that could work very well. A buffer chest. Or no, a storage chest. Okay, I have to try something. I know how storage work in a no, I'm just gonna use filter. That's way easier. And the buffer, it's not that important. It's not that important. We do have a bit of a belt buffer and all of that fun stuff. One thing that still is kind of annoying is that with the volume of the game and placing blocks and all that fun stuff. Okay, so I need filter inserter. Okay, I should have all the ores I'm going to need somewhere. I have them somewhere, probably in the truck. Which is not a bad thing. Okay, it's a very good thing. Okay. So, I need... That I don't need. I need. No ore? Really? Okay. Shit. I put them all into the chest down there. Okay. Not that bad a thing. I don't have that many... that much... steel anymore. Okay, what is steel called? Steel plates? Yeah. That many steel plates. Left. Okay. So... I can... yeah, well, no, it doesn't really matter. I don't think I need that many items, so... yeah. Let's take that with me. Only 274. That's so funny. Okay. That's not really all that much in there. Sorry, I had to sneeze badly. And... yeah. But we're getting shit done, which is nice. Okay, that's also... I think there's 2 construction robots. Don't you have projects in your range? Okay, no. Those got deleted, which is fine. Very much fine. And today, by the way, if you are interested, I am playing the upbeat station on Pretzel, not the beta. It's just... yeah, it's better that way. It works better for me, that's the thing. Actually, let me quickly check something. Beta.pretzel.rocks. What settings they have. Okay. They don't have instrumental, only allow mature. Okay, no. Okay. Yes. Nice. 9 and 10. Let's use that thing. Let me quickly change to the beta because, well, there's a bit more music. And I want that, I think. I think that. And it seems quite a bit quieter, which isn't that bad. Use media keys. Okay. I can't use media keys there. Fine, it's fine. So, what did I want to do? Steal. I have 1.5k already there, and 40,000 iron. Okay. Does that produce too little oxygen? Yes, that is the issue. Okay, that's a problem. Very much so, I'd say. Yeah, that system is very much very temporary. Very much temporary. Nope. You would annoy me, so not gonna happen. And that's that. The other things I don't particularly care about. Those can get into the system. But it's 10, yeah, that I'm gonna need. Okay. Threes. Ah, you need brass pipes. So that's indefinitely more expensive. Brass is not trivial to get. Because you need molten brass, and you need copper and zinc, which in German is Kupfer. Yeah. Kinda embarrassing. Really? Zinc. Oh yeah. Right. Zinc, I should get them. So zinc you need for brass. That's gonna change everything. That's gonna change everything. No, it's not. It's not. It's not. How necessary is silver? How important is silver? Molten silver and molten solder, the second recipe. Okay. Silver solder is something good. Solder wire. Silver wire. Silver wire. And that silver wire. Why is it there? So, by the way, the mod that I'm using is FNEI, which is an homage to NEI, which is a Minecraft mod, a very old Minecraft mod that doesn't exist anymore as NEI. And which is a mod that I have very much experience with because I play Minecraft a lot too. So my two favorite games ever. Shit, I forgot the whole reason I went down there. The two games that are my favorite games ever are Factorio and Minecraft. And then there's idle games. By the way, let's check it. The idle game. How is the idle game shit going? There. Okay. I have not done a lot. I haven't done a lot in a long time. Idle games, yeah. Bane of my existence. Well, not of my existence, the bane of my time. Because they're addictive as fuck. They are super addictive. Okay. Sorry for that. I know that was a bit impolite. Okay, so. But the thing is, I really need to stop. I have a bit of a headache. And yeah. Gonna be right back tomorrow.